This Sunday, Pastor Moore will be installed as site pastor for the Maple campus. The service will be held at 4 p.m. at Maple with a meal to follow. Oh, we need a head count, so be sure that you have RSVP'd your intentions. And here is a cool fun fact. Our Open Arms Child Development Center Director, Erica Mason, Assistant Director, Michelle Anderson, and our Open Arms staff will be cooking and serving the meal at Pastor Moore's installation. It's so wonderful to see the welcome and willingness to serve as we join together in the coming days with a new staff person. The calling of Pastor Moore was part of our Project 320, which comes from Ephesians 3:20, which says, "Now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than all we can ask or think, according to the power at work within us." Oh yeah, God is ready and able to do new and great things through the ministry at Maple and the entire congregation. And we're so grateful that all of us get to be a part of God's work here in this place. Project 320 also includes a school feasibility study to explore the possibilities of starting a Lutheran kindergarten through 5th grade at the Tyler campus. A steering committee has completed an interest survey, which was published in May, and the interest is high, as you can see from these numbers. The feasibility study is also assisted by the synodically funded consulting group called the Genesis Project. Our consultant, Stu Teets, will be on site here at Ascension coming August 9th through 11th, and he will interview parents and ministry groups. His work will conclude by September with a report and recommendations for us to consider as we move forward. Along with this, a startup budget and operational budget is being worked on so as to give the congregation the estimate of cost of starting and running the school, if that's what we decide that God is calling us to do. This is an exciting time to be in ministry at Ascension, and work is currently being done to review our Wednesday evening Common Ground ministry and our Sunday school ministries. Yeah, a think tank has recently met to discuss how we can build upon our Common Ground nights and improve on what we offer to our church community. And I'd like to share with you some of the results and proposed changes that we will try this coming September when we start it up again. Now, if you remember, there are 3 parts to our Common Ground nights. We start with a meal, and then there's a recreation time for the kids, and it's concluded with Bible study for those from kindergarten through adult. Well, after much discussion and debate, the think tank, which includes the Commission of Education, congregational president, vice presidents, and the Common Ground teachers, decided that the time frame for our Common Ground nights would be moved up by 15 minutes. Which means that the meal time will begin at 4:45, recreation time for the kids will begin at 5:45, and the Bible study time will begin at 6:15. And everything with Common Ground then will conclude at 7:15. Now, the reason for moving everything up 15 minutes was in response to parents who have young children and those who have homework still to be done, to get them home just a little bit earlier. And we're just going to experiment with this. We're going to give it a try for this year and then evaluate as we go along. The recreation time for the children will also be reinvented as we spend more time playing as a whole group, much like what was done at the end of last year with Common Ground. We also want to bring back special events for the children like the zoo animals, Tanganyika, the firemen, and others. There will be many opportunities then for you to be involved in the Wednesday night Common Ground ministry. We will need you to help with recreation, teaching, helpers, substitute teachers, those who would like to cook, and those who would be willing to clean up after the cooking. Now, Project 320 is not only about calling a pastor or looking at the possibilities of a school, but also working towards greater involvement of volunteers and participation in the ministries that we offer, like Common Ground. This truly is a great time to be in ministry, and I hope that you will consider how God is calling you to join in the fun. So, See you all this weekend in Bible study and in worship.